Shalom, Dimokos. Shabbat Shemakakodash. Shalom to the whole family. Title of this video: Israel is full of in the city. That city was talking about that. Anyway, I came across this video on Law and Crime Network. I subscribe to them. So it says, name of the video is 7 Wildest Freakouts in Jail Caught on Camera. And this is a second story. And I saw the first one. He was mad. This guy's got a mad singing demon on him. He came out of the club, and that club demon stayed on his ass in lockup. And you can see that they're laughing, because they can perceive that he's not going to hurt nobody. He's not going to go crazy. He just likes to sing. He got a singing. He got a club demon on him. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll leave the link in the description box if I forget. This is the title, Law and Crime. And let me see something. Okay, so this was just put up. So anyway, what I did was I put in the word mad, then I put in the word madness. And I'll just read some of these precepts right here. First precept, and I kind of knew it was going to come to Deuteronomy. I knew madness was mentioned in Deuteronomy 28. So it says, Yahweh shall smite thee with madness. So I looked up the word in the Hebrew, and the word just means, it's a Hebrew word just meaning mad or crazy or bugged out. You got Jakes that all their life, they gangbangers, and all they do is rob, steal, they may sell drugs, and they shoot at each other. And that's all they pretty much do all day long. They'll sleep, they'll eat, they'll talk shit, listen to bad music, what they call hip hop, whatever form of hip hop music that they listen to, or whatever form of rap that they listen to. Those the instruments that are played, well, actually, it's not even instruments. It's they have these machines, synthesizers, and these different beat machines that make the music for you. So a lot of the melodies are demonic melodies to rouse up spirits in you, to rouse up demons in you. Every Israelite, before they come into the truth, they all have a demon on them. Every person that comes up and talks to you, you already know. If they don't know nothing about Israel, he ain't came into Israel, you already know there's a demon in them. These Christians that come up, these Jake Christians, they all have demons in them. Vocab is a demon. These people that follow Vocab is the piper of these demon-filled Jakes, because they follow him, man. He's like the head demon of these Jakes in Christianity. And they'll roll up on you. And you can see when you deal with these Christians, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't understand the scriptures. And I was watching this madness yesterday with Captain Tazarek had this one Jake. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? This one Jake, and they were talking about adultery. And you can clearly see the guy, that dude, whatever his name, he had an Arabic name of all things. You can see that the guy didn't understand the scriptures. It's easy dealing with these Christians, man. If you have a little challenges with the ones that went to a seminary, theological seminary, I call it theological cemetery. And they know a few things, but they really, like Vocab. Vocab thinks all them years that he went to seminary or cemetery school, there's stuff that he doesn't know. We go over his head on a lot of those scriptures. So he doesn't, and he clearly doesn't know the prophecies. There's one thing, you want to mess with Vocab Malone, go into the prophecies. He doesn't understand the prophecies. He doesn't understand Revelation. He doesn't understand Daniel. He doesn't understand Ezekiel, Jeremiah. Especially the prophetic scriptures that deal with now. You ask him about something in Revelation or Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 34, Isaiah. The list goes on and on. Zechariah 14 and 12, or Zechariah 14 and 1 on down. He doesn't understand that these prophecies are yet to take place. And you know me, I'm always talking about prophecies, right? But rather that ye prophesy. Be occupied in prophecy. So let me just read off these precepts, say a few words, and I'm going to move on. So a lot of these people that before I read on, a lot of these jakes that you run into, you got to understand they're filled with at least one demon, one powerful demon. So if they're of the elect and they listen to the Israelites speak, the demon will jump off of them because they're one of the elect. But they could be one that was called but not chosen. See, there's there's a two-step process in coming into this truth fully. You're first called, and then you are elect. Because a lot of y'all have been called, but a lot of y'all fell off. A lot of y'all got kicked out. A lot of y'all, became disenchanted, and every one of them, every last one of them that fell off for whatever reason, they don't have that one demon on them. They got the same demon that they had on them before they came into the truth, but now they have 8 demons on them, more powerful than the first demon. So if this guy came in, he was all bugged out, and somehow he comes into the light, then he goes back into the world because he wasn't the elect, he's gonna be super bugged out because he has 8 demons on him, and like I said, those new 7 demons are more. And then the demon that's on him says, he calls out. He said, "I need some demons to come and help me out with this dude. I got to go back in him. But if I go back in him, he might listen to another Israelite group and come out of it again. I got to fortify this wickedness on this man." And you can actually see the demon. When you look at Jake, you can see the demons on him. It says, Deuteronomy 20:28, Yahweh shall smite thee with madness, craziness, and blindness, and astonishment of heart. Ecclesiastes 1 verse 17, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, this is Solomon, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. And I turn myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do that cometh after the king, even that which hath been already done? In other words, a king is a wise man. The king is talking about Solomon. It's like you come to me with some craziness, I already know, I can categorize what type of crazy you are, what type of demon that you are. It says, Ecclesiastes in the scriptures, 7 verse 25, I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly. Folly is wickedness, even of the foolishness and madness. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 3, this is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yeah, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart or mind while they live, and after that they go to the dead. I mentioned the guy, the gangbanger in the hood. He ain't, wherever he lived, wherever he grew up in, he hasn't been out the hood. Let's think of a place. Let's say Compton, out there in California, right? A lot of those guys have not been in New York. They have not been to Chicago. They have not left the country, let alone the surroundings. That's all they know. They go to Chinese restaurant. They don't know nothing about exotic Chinese dishes. They don't know nothing about Japanese food, Elamite food. All they know is McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, the Chinese store down the street, pork fried. Give me Fantel shrimp and shrimp fried rice, and a side order pork fried rice. They don't. Their horizon. They haven't reached anywhere. So they eat, they sleep, they talk shit, and they end up the single family home. The mother raised them. They got their cousins, all their relatives are locked up or dead. So when they go to prison, that's like a home away from home. Because who you gonna run into? Niggas that you knew in the world, your uncles, your father, and you either sell drugs, sell weed, whatever. You get involved in gang and fights, and now it's back in the day we used to fight. Today, is you look at a nigga the wrong way. He perceived you looking at him in the wrong way. He gonna blast you before you blast him. This shit is worse than the Wild Wild West. These niggas are wild as hell, but that's those demons in them. It says, this is an evil among all things. Let me get to the point. And madness, it says, middle, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their mind. The word heart is la, which means mind. While they live, what they do is every day. Ain't got nothing better to do. They watch the playoffs, the NBA finals or whatever, the championships. And these niggas, they're going to be watching the fight come 29th of July. And then what's going to happen? It might be an argument, and there might be a damn shootout. Then a nigga get bored after the fight, he go out and he kill somebody. They might argue over who thought this guy won, the other guy thought that he won, and they'll have a shootout over that. So you got these guys like IUIC, they'll go out into the hood, and then they wonder why they get shot at. And that's not the first time IUIC got shot. I'm not thinking bad about the brother that got shot. I hope he gets well. But there was another incident at one place in the Midwest where you had the IUIC out there in front of a gas station, and somebody was popping rounds on them. Boom, boom, and hit the gas pump. The two of them, boom, boom, and them guys looked, and then they just kept speaking. I said, that's the time to pack up and leave, man. So the last precept is Ecclesiastes, the beginning. See, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus. These are the writings. These the little gems of knowledge. They tell you about a woman, the beauty of a woman. The woman changes her face, and especially in Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiastes is likened unto Ecclesiasticus. It says, the beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. You let a nigga talk, he gonna rumble off some bullshit that don't make no sense at all. If you're trying to teach a brother and he got something to say, he want to build with you, it is a one-way street. I'm the one talking. You got to listen. If you got opinion to make, we're not hearing your opinion. We're not here to hear your opinion. Maybe we'll hear a few words that you got to say in order to build on that for the audience that are listening. But we already know this guy ain't gonna come in because he doesn't understand that he has to be born again. He has to start anything. If he was a 5%er, you got to throw all that 5%. You can't bring well, look, I'm at your class and I brought the lessons with me. No, you got to throw them lessons away. And you got to burn them. Oh, it tells you in the scriptures that they burn books. Let me see if I can find that. But I haven't gone through that in a while. Let me put in burn the books. See what comes up. Burn the books. Let's see what comes up. I'm positive it's in the book of Acts. Okay, it's not there. Let me do it this way. Try it this way. Okay, it's in the Acts. So if you got your lessons from the 5%er, the 5% nation, or whatever you want to call it, that's based out of Harlem, Clarence 13X, which by the way, he was part of the NOI and he got actually kicked out by Malcolm X and he started his own thing. It says here, it says, so if somebody comes in, they 5% coming to the classes, they want to learn, they bring in this stack of books. These are the lessons. These are the lessons. You got to tell the guy, in order for you to come into this thing, you got to burn those books. So it says here, Acts 19, verse 19, many of them also which used curious arts brought their books together. So what were these books on? These books is on witchcraft and how to connect with spirits and different things. Read that again. Many of them also which use curious arts brought their books together and burned them before all men. Now, what does it mean by all men? It means the men that were present and the women. So vocab say, see, all men. That means everybody saw it. No, doesn't mean that. It means all men, women, and children that were present. And they counted the price of them and found it 50,000 pieces of silver. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. 50,000 pieces of silver. We can say, I'll throw a number out there. I'm not going to do the math, but we can say that could be somewhere a million plus, or hundreds of thousands of dollars. I would say more so millions. So that show you that Jake got into those, just like today, you got Jake that's in the Buddhism, you got Jake that's into the Kemetic, and them Kemetic Jakes, they got number of books. They can bring out books for days. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, and I'll remember to put the link in the description box. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom. Oh shit! What the fuck did I just do? What the fuck did I just do?